All right, ladies and gentlemen, your homework for tonight is going to be similar to yesterday, but I'm hoping I can set you up for success a little bit better today. I don't want you feeling frustrated like yesterday. This we're going to try to make very cut and dry. You don't have to draw any pictures. We're just going to be thinking specifically about the attributes, the properties of these different figures. So your instructions on page 147 are to answer true or false. If the statement is false, so if you mark, that's not right. If it's false, then you are going to rewrite it, which means you're usually going to change one or two words to make it true. Okay. This is going to be similar to when we played the Kahoot last week. Always, sometimes, never. Think of those words. In fact, let's go ahead and write think, always, sometimes, never. Didn't leave myself quite enough room. There we are. Okay. Those are the words that you're probably going to be using. Always or all. Okay. Now, looking at number 1, all trapezoids are quadrilaterals. Your first 7, and actually there's 3 more at the bottom, are going to be all blank are blank. It's that same form. All blank are blank. I think your easiest bet is going to be to start with the second one. Look at the second one and think, what are the properties of this particular whatever? All right, quadrilaterals. I'm thinking back to my notes, and for quadrilateral, the only thing it says is a polygon with 4 sides. So quadrilateral, 4 sides. Okay. So if all you need to be a quadrilateral is to have 4 sides, my question is, do all trapezoids, every single one of them, have 4 sides? Yes, they do. All trapezoids have 4 sides. If all you need to be a quadrilateral is 4 sides, then all trapezoids meet that requirement. This one's true. Okay. Let's try that again for letter B. All parallelograms are rhombuses. All parallelograms are rhombuses. Well, I'm going to look at the second one. I'm going to start with this first. I'm going to think for a rhombus. There's lots of stuff for rhombuses. It has to have 4 sides, 2 pairs of parallels, all that good stuff. But really the key with a rhombus, okay, all the sides are congruent. If you look at your notes, it says it has all of the properties of a parallelogram. But that one extra piece is the key. All the sides are congruent. Okay. So, do all parallelograms have congruent sides? This one does. This one does. These two do not. I can come up with examples just by looking at the shapes on the page. This is a parallelogram, but these sides are not congruent. This is much longer than this. Same with the rectangle. This is longer than that. So, all parallelograms are rhombuses? This is false. But I can change it very easily. I'll scratch out all, and I'm going to change that to some. Remember? Always, sometimes, never, all, some, or no parallelograms? None. I can't say no parallelograms are rhombuses. That's not true. Some parallelograms are rhombuses, but all is not right either. So I had to make that change. Okay. Now, I am going to ask you to skip a couple of these. I want you to skip letter C. I want you to skip letter F. The rest of them I think you can do. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's skip. No. Sorry, folks. I'm changing my mind as I'm doing the recording. We'll leave it. Just skip C and F. I want you to try the rest of them. Go ahead and do these. Now, I will read every single one to you, so those of you who don't have the book, pause it after I read it, and then go ahead and write down your answer on a piece of line paper. Those of you who have your book, you're good to go. Get started. But just to read through, letter D. All rectangles are squares. True or false? Rectangles are always parallelograms. True or false? All rhombuses are rectangles. True or false? Kites are never rhombuses. That's a tricky one. All squares are kites. All kites are squares. Interesting. All rhombuses are squares. Write down your answers for those, true or false, and we will go over them when I see you next. If it's false, change the wording to make it true. That's it for now. I'll see you next time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck.